Okay, let's get started. I've got my dogs and my husband's sort of on his way in, so they're going to react. So I want to make sure that that all happens before we start the meditation. For anyone that's new, I will edit these and remove the talking, all of this stuff, and any barking that is about to take place. As you can hear, I'll remove all that. So it is a nice, calm, guided meditation. um, I'm glad you love the puppies because they're making some noise tonight. Here we go. Hold on. One sec, guys. Okay, perfect timing. I'm going to start the meditation. Okay, perfect timing. I was just telling my husband we're starting the meditation. Robin, my Tilly is a barking maniac. That's cute, Tilly. Ah, Tilly. Okay. Tonight we've got the card Nourish. I really hit that word, Nourish. Let me make double check I'm live on Instagram. Yes. Okay. Let's talk about what this card means tonight for us. I know. Of course we love them. And the more crazy they are, the more we love them, right? Let me let's talk about Nourish. Nourishing the soul, nourishing the physical body, the mental body, the physical bodies, nourishing the planet, nourishing each other. Take a minute, close the eyes. And what does the word nourish feel like to you? Not only what does it feel like, but what do you need in your life to what do you need to nourish in your life? Who do you need to nourish in your life? And why are we not doing this regularly in our lives? Nourishing the self requires us to feel worthy of the nourishment. Nourishing others requires us to have our own energy force filled to give back and nourish others. And so every time we look at an extension of our life and how that affects and influences others and how that affects and influences us, it all comes down to is our cup full enough to do these things? And if the answer is no, why not? What is it that you need to do to fill your cup? What is it that you need to fill your cup? And you know the answer. And we take it a step backwards and we say, why are you not willing to do the things that fills your cup, that allows you to nourish you and allows you to nourish others and allows you to nourish the planet? Why are we not doing that? Fear, trauma, anxiety, doubt, low self esteem, low self respect. So let's get into that tonight. Close the eyes. 3 releasing breaths. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, blow it out. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, blow it out. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, blow it out. Closing the eyes, either lying down or sitting in a comfortable seated position. Relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the eyes, making sure they're not squeezed tight, just gently closed. Relax the forehead. Wiggle the fingers and the toes to make sure they're at ease, not squeezed tight. Relaxing the belly. Noticing if the belly is pulled in tight or if it's moving with the breath. Relaxing the legs, the feet, allowing the arms to feel heavy. Just allow the body overall to feel a little bit weighted, sinking deeper and deeper into the earth. Noticing the breath. Start to deepen the breath. So just gently deepen the inhale, gently deepen the exhale, lengthen the breath, and then slow down the breath. So we deepen the breath, lengthen the breath, slow down the breath. And we're feeling the belly rise and fall with the breath. In this moment, you are safe. In this moment, you are protected. And in this moment, everything is exactly as it needs to be. There is nothing we need to do, say. Allowing the mind to wander. Allowing the mind to chatter. Doing your best to stay aware and conscious of the breath and my voice. Doing the best to not engage with the mind's chatter. Although, if an emotion comes up, allow it to come up, feel it, experience it, as long as you need to. And I just want you to imagine, feel, see a path that is just laid out in front of you. And feel yourself stepping onto that path. Maybe you're sitting on the path. Maybe you're walking on the path. Maybe you're floating down the path. But either way, you are on your path. What does this path look like out in front of you? For the moment, unless something else appears, just allow it to be empty. Allow it to simply be the path that's laid out in front of you. We're not going to create rules on what that should look like or feel like tonight. Allow yourself to move freely down the path. If you're noticing any feelings come up, allow them to come up and then to leave, doing your best to not engage. As we make our way down this path, we've allowed ourselves to bring towards us forgiveness for ourselves and for those that we feel have wronged us. We bring towards ourselves the capacity for growth, the capacity for love, for the self first, and the capacity to push our auric field out into the cosmos, allowing us to expand deeper and deeper into our true selves and what we are seeking to manifest. As we continue down this path, we feel, see, imagine our auric field pushing out beyond the path into the cosmos. And we see not only the physical self, but we feel, see, imagine the vibration of our auric field vibrating around the self. We are experiencing the self within the consciousness in the physical body, and it moves down this path. And as it moves, it absorbs all the guidance, knowledge, information it needs to pursue joy, health, and our dreams. But we will experience this, feel it, see it all energetically. So allow yourself to continue down the path, feeling the vibration of your auric field around you moving out into the cosmos. You're experiencing the physical self within the consciousness. Without making logic, without feeling like you need to know anything. Feel that vibration, feel that auric field vibrate. Feel the colors, see the colors, experience the colors. And in each color is our information field, our consciousness, our guidance, our destiny, our dreams. Be here for a moment and breathe. And keeping the auric field out, we're going to come to the end of the path. This is not the end of your journey. This is the end of your journey tonight. And at the end of this path, we look out and we see that it goes on farther than we can even imagine. But tonight we stop here and we place the palms of the hands over the eyes. And we open the eyes into the darkness of the palms of the hands. And we gently and slowly pull the palms away. And take a moment looking into the palms of the hands, seeing the lines on your hands. And what do the lines on your hands feel like to you tonight? We don't need to make logic of it, but what do they feel like? And then allow yourself to just be comfortable in the space, keeping the eyes open, getting used to feeling comfortable in your space in a balanced way. We tend to be used to our space and our anxiousness, right? But can we get comfortable being in the space while we're balanced? Tonight, I've decided we're going to do it a little bit different. We're not going to do a pick a card. I'm just going to do a general read for us for this week, and I'll be back next week. All right. What do we want to take with us into the week? I want us to look at forgiveness for the self coming up again, and forgiveness towards others. Forgiveness is giving ourselves forward to the next moment. And when we aren't able to forgive, we're holding ourselves in that moment. And if we want to move out of that moment, and that moment was probably painful, traumatic, difficult, we have to forgive. We start with ourselves. And then we move to forgiving the other person. And that is for ourselves. It doesn't have to be something you verbalize to them. This forgiveness is for you. But I feel like there's a focus tonight on self forgiveness and seeing how we have buried the need to forgive ourselves by we're not just repressing it, but we're covering it up with something, anxiety, maybe food, maybe chronic illness, not understanding why we're feeling mm, anxious. And it's because there's a need to forgive the self for whatever that might be. Because once that forgiveness happens, it's like I'm feeling like this door opens, like literally and metaphorically, this door opens and we can step through this archway that we've been wanting to step through for so long, but couldn't figure out why we couldn't open the door, why we couldn't walk through. And it was the forgiveness for you and for them. And the door opens. And when you walk through that door, you're going to change. And you won't be the same. And things won't look the same. And you don't want to bring with you the same. You're leaving the old. It is a transformation. of sorts. Transformations we kind of talk about a lot. Everyone wants them. But the truth is, when we go through a transformation, who we are on the other side of that, if we truly transform, we don't recognize. And that can be very scary, unsettling. And a lot of people will run backwards because they'll want to feel something familiar. They'll want that familiarity back. And so instead of continuing with the transformation, they go back to what's familiar. But we're not going to do that. So go through the pain, go through the sadness, go through the forgiveness, and allow yourself to step into this blue flame of transformation where you will not recognize you. Mm, but you are okay with that because the new you is who you've been searching for. Mm. It's unnerving. This is why most people don't choose change. This is why people stay. And I don't mean I've we all do it. I think it's more natural to seek comfort. It's more natural to seek um the known, because when we seek the unknown, there's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing familiar, which is why people don't gravitate towards it. But the only way to grow and change and to raise your consciousness is to move into the unknown. It's the only choice. So moving forward in spite of fear, that's all you've got. That's all you've got. But that's all you need. And you just keep going. And you'll feel awkward and you'll feel alone. But eventually, that loneliness goes away. And it goes away in a big way. And you feel more connected than you've ever felt before. And you'll think, how come I didn't do this sooner? All right, hang in there. I'll be back next week. I've got a bunch of guided meditations already up there for anyone that wants them. Yes, thank you, Kat, for that. Thank you very much, you guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you in a week.